to back here really quickly. Guys, this is Gloria. Drink your champagne, Gloria. Drink it all. Drink it all.
She's breaking out perspiration.
I know. Bless her heart. So, this is one of our lovely nurses, Cynthia. This is her mom. And so, we're excited to get to, we like to work on our family members around here. We think it's fun. So first we're going to just clean off. She has some numbing cream on because we're actually going to start with filling her lips a little bit. She has beautiful structure to her lips. Her lips have a gorgeous shape, but she's just lost a little bit of volume. So we just want to kind of plump them a little bit and rehydrate her lips a little bit. So that's step one. I always start with lips because it's the one that people are most nervous about, because a lot of times you hear people have heard that lips really, really hurt. With our numbing cream, I feel like the lips are really not that painful anymore. So the numbing cream really does work very well. We also transfer the filler into different syringes, into these little tiny insulin syringes, so that it's the tiniest little needle. So it really doesn't hurt very much at all.
Are you starting with lips?
I'm starting with lips. Just cleaning it off. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to actually fill her cheekbone a little bit. You can see she's got this great bony structure here. She's lost a little volume right there, and she's lost a little volume right through here. So we're going to actually lift her cheekbones back up too, to kind of lift this little corner of her mouth up too. One more wipe down, baby. And then the next step is I'm going to actually just have you have a nice back. All right, we're going to ice you first, okay? Make you even more numb. This is my lovely Erin, my nurse. She's my right-hand girl. All right, there you go. Thank you. All right, now, just open your mouth and just let it kind of hang open. Just relax. All right, we're going to start with your upper lip, and I'm just going to just put a little bit right in there just to rehydrate. This is called Vobella. It's a very, very soft filler. It's natural looking. It just gives you a little bit of fullness to the lip. It actually rehydrates and kind of gets rid of the lines in the lip, rather than actually making the lip tremendously bigger. It really doesn't add size as much as it just kind of plumps the lip. Okay? How you doing? Good. Okay, good. Not quite as bad as you thought, I hope. No. Okay, open one more time, baby. So yeah, we're just going to refill the lip, just a little hydration here. You're doing great. The upper lip hurts more than the lower lip, so that's why I'm starting here, just to get it done first. You're doing beautifully, sweetheart. Great job. Great job. Little massage just to make sure it feels perfectly even, perfectly smooth. Great. And now I'm going to change clothes.
Are you done with that?
And then we're going to rewipe, and then I'm going to do her lower lip. Yeah, I'll do another one. Because we want it to be perfect.
I should a little bit, okay?
Beautiful. Can you see how her upper lip just looks more full? It doesn't look big or weird or funny shapes. It just looks more full. And that's what we're always going for. It's just a natural enhancement there. And leave your mouth open slightly again, because we're going to do the lower lip now, baby. You're doing great. Just breathe. Good job, tough girl. Beautiful. And then we need just a point, about 0.2, 3 on this other side. Beautiful. Are you breathing? Kind of.
Nope, I wasn't.
Yeah, we tend to hold our breath, and I think it actually makes it hurt a little more. So just keep breathing, kiddo. You're doing great. Almost finished here. Perfect. And last bit goes in this corner, and we're going to be finished with that. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So it just kind of resuspends the lips and makes them look really nice and hydrated and plumped. All right, the next step is cheekbones. So when we're working on cheeks, smile for me, sweetie. She doesn't have any crow's feet or anything, so that's good. But what we see is I'll kind of do a little pinch test. Where I pinch and you kind of get a depression, that tells me there's volume loss there, okay? I'm pinching up here, I don't get a depression. I pinch down here, I don't get a depression. The bone is really holding her up there. But she needs a little bit here, and I like to kind of try to lift the whole cheek by putting a little bit of filler right there for her. So this one's just going to be a tiny little stick, sweetheart, and you're going to feel pressure, but probably not really pain. And then you're going to feel me hitting the bone there, okay? You okay? So when I get there, I always put this product. This is called Voluma, and Voluma builds on top of itself. It kind of creates like a scaffolding underneath the skin, and it really holds and supports the skin in place. And it really gives you a nice lifting. But we like to put it against a firm substance like the bone, because that way it can really lift and push the skin up like a scaffold. But it's creepy a little bit when you're having the treatment done, because you can actually hear it more than feel it.
I can hear it.
Because the bone transmits sound. So as I'm injecting, you can hear it. It sounds kind of crunchy and kind of funky, but it's really beautiful. Okay, great. So we're going to do the last little bit right in there. So she's lost a little volume in this, I call it the continuation of the tear trough, and you start to almost get a little shadow there. And if we put just the tiniest bit of filler, it just really rounds out her cheekbone beautifully. So we're going to do just a touch there, sweetheart. Big stick. Great job. Change needles. This is her first time having fillers. She's doing great, isn't she? She's a little nervous, I think, but she's doing great.
I am.
I mean, nothing like baptism by fire, right? Never had filler before. We put her in front of everybody, start sticking needles in her face. We're just super nice here at Premier. It's how we treat our family members. How are you, love? All right, my darling. Good. All right, let's do a little pressure on that side. I'm going to actually I'm going to hold your champagne. I'm going to let you hold that. I promise not to drink it. I did a whole syringe over there. I'm going to do a whole syringe on this side too. Looks really good. Oh, your lips are going to be so pretty. You're going to love them.
They're not going to be bigger than my face.
They're not going to be bigger than your face. No. Balloon lips are not what we're going for.
Okay.
All right, Erin's getting another Voluma ready for me for this side. Thank you. And like I was saying, Voluma is a great product for lifting the skin. So we put it right on the bone and just lift that cheekbone right back up. Volume loss is right in there, so that's where we're going. Big stick. Right down onto the bone. It feels freaky, I know. I always pull back to make sure I'm not on a blood vessel or near a blood vessel there.
It sounds weird.
It sounds really weird, yes. Because the bone definitely transmits the sound there. But that gives us a really nice revolumization of that lateral cheek and a good lift. It's really pretty. All right, and then the last little bit we're going to do in the middle part of the cheek here, where that little can almost see a shadow where we've lost a little volume there. One more stick, honey. Beautiful. All right. I keep thinking that it's going to be up there on the table. All right, gorgeous. Now, let's look. Let me take this away for a second now, sweetie. So it really has made it that she doesn't have near as much downturn of the corner now because we've actually lifted the cheek and kind of pulled that back up. She does have just a little shadow there where she's lost a little volume though. And so we're going to put just a little filler right through there just to pop that up, and that's going to be Jupiter Ultra Plus. It's my favorite for that area. It's going to be just a little stick here, sweetheart, okay? Good job. You're doing great. Beautiful, beautiful. Just pop that corner up a little bit. I'm actually going to get rid of this little tiny line that's starting right here too. Pop that out for you a bit. Beautiful. Doing great. Almost finished. And then right in the corner on this side, sweetie. Doing great. Awesome. I love that little corner just getting popped up. Makes me happy. Last little bit right through here. And you're all finished, sweetie. Great job. You did it. Give her her champagne back. She deserves it. She deserves it.
You did it.
All right, Mama. You did it. Beautiful, beautiful. So I want to see you in like 3 weeks. And we'll do some pictures and make sure everything looks exactly the way we want it to. That's going to be gorgeous. I usually do check people back at about 3 weeks.